What up? What up? What up, world? How's everybody doing today? We got week 9 starting. I got some big news to start us off. Tua Tagovailoa is out. He has a small fracture in his middle finger of his throwing hand. Make sure to take him out of your lineup. He was looking to start all week. Everyone said that he was good to go. So he will be out today. Tua will be out. Jacoby Brissett will be taking over for him. Make sure you guys check out the ticker below. That will show you players that are going to be out. I'm going to update it once we get more of the inactives at 11:30. So I just wanted to make that the first thing that I talk about. Tua is out today. So be aware of that. Make sure you're out of your lineup. I don't think this affects much of their team right now. They're facing Houston. I think they'll be okay. But we'll get more into that during the show. Just because I just found out about it no more than like 5 minutes ago. I was looking, I should have just jumped on, but it's all good. So just make sure you guys are aware. Take Tua out of your lineup. So anyway, so we're here at week 9. We got teams on a bye. We got the Lions, the Seahawks, the Bucks, and the Washington football team. So make sure you have them out of your lineup, which you already should. Just to go over some stuff that we're going and doing. St. Jude, we're doing a promotion where for every new subscriber we get, we'll be donating $1 to St. Jude's Research Hospital. Our very own Dustin is going to be putting up his money for that, as well as one of our ambassadors, Dan Boys, and his family and his wonderful wife are all, they're going to be matching Dustin's dollar. So we're going to be having $2 put in to the St. Jude's Research Hospital for every new subscriber up until December 1st. So please make sure you guys like and subscribe our videos. This is going for a good cause. It's not just for us, but it's also for the kids. So make sure you guys check them out. I see everybody's questions flying in. Don't worry, we're going to get to you in just 1 second. I just wanted to get a couple plugs in, and then we'll get you guys going. Also, make sure you guys check out Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you guys use the promo code Get Right when you first register, and Underdog will match your first deposit of $100 match. That's huge. It's from $10 up to $500 if memory serves me. So make sure you guys check out Get Right, or not Get Right. Well, also check out Get Right. Get Right Fantasy Network online at getrightff.com. Also, like I said, check out Underdog and use our promo code. So, a lot going on this morning. Lot going on. So, Jonathan's saying he's first in the building. What's up, Jonathan? How's everything going? Neanderthal, what up? What up? What up, Mike? So, I asked you about AP the other day. My other option is Boyd, Braylon Edwards. Not Braylon Edwards, Brian Edwards. Wow, I miss Braylon Edwards. Samaje Perine, Devontae Peoples-Jones, or just snagged up Kenny Galladay. So to get a little bit of ahead, Kenny Galladay looks like he will be playing today, and he looks good to go. They were saying that he looks really good in practice. Honestly, it's hard to trust because every game that he's been in, he's kind of been in and then out. So the player and the talent I like better is Galladay, but he's a very hard person to trust at this point. Being a Giants fan, it's hard for me to trust him. Boyd is a very safe option. Boyd is one of those options that you can feel safe playing. He's a higher floor type player. So if you're looking for a floor, I'd go with him. If you're looking for a more boom bust option, or to get more points, I would probably move towards maybe. I mean, the dart throw here is Donovan Peoples. He could go off. He's a really good talent. I think he's been a little banged up. So for me, I would go, if you want me to put him in order, I'd probably go Boyd, Galladay, and then AP. Edwards, I really like, but unfortunately, hard to trust him at this point. So we got Xavier. What's going on? How you doing? Ooh, I have my other my other co-star coming in, helping me out here. We got Xavier Ramos saying start two. Antonio Brown, Robert Woods, or DJ Moore. So, oof. The hard part with AJ Brown is he's playing Sunday night. So right now he's questionable. They say that he just took a maintenance day, so he should be fine coming in. I would go with Robert Woods and AJ Brown. No, I'm going to go Robert Woods and DJ Moore. Sam Darnold is playing this week, so he should be, everything should be good to go for him. I'm going to go Woods and DJ Moore. That's just me. We got a couple more questions. Oh, John responding. He likes Boyd, and that's only because I have to start him this week. John thinking AJ Brown and Robert Woods. Xavier appreciating that. Hopefully Woods is good to go, dealing with the foot injury. Yeah, that's always a tough one, but he'll be fine, I think. Adrian Peterson, how you doing, man? Should I start CMC or T. Higgins? That's a great question. We do know CMC will probably be playing today. The hardest part about all of this is how much. They say he's going to be on a snap count. So this is a little bit tougher for me to gauge, but Anthony's going to tell you that more than likely I'd be playing CMC just because CMC is CMC. Even with limited touches, he'll probably do better. I would personally rather play T. Higgins just because it's the safer option, but that's just me. So yeah. Let me see. All right. So we have it's all good, Adrian. It's all good. And if you had to drop one to move CMC or move up CMC, Renfro, Higgins, Landry are all my last options. I would go with Landry. I like Renfro and Higgins a lot. So if you're moving them up, I would go with him. Oh, no. I knew this was coming. I've been waiting all week for this. And hey, what's going on, Patrick? I'm so sorry that this happened. I'm just, yeah, we were talking about this last week with P. Ryan. We were looking forward to him doing well, man. I was hoping for it. He killed you. I'm sorry. I know your daughter picked it, so don't be mad at her. It wasn't her fault. Everyone overlooked Cooks and had him on the bench for P. Ryan and Johnson. Oh, that's so funny. Hey man, it's hard to predict. Today, if you ask me that same question, I'm going Deirness Johnson. Cooks is also looking to be not a bad option with Tyrod back, but I like Deirness Johnson in general. So, like I said, that's killer, man. That coin flip and the daughter picking the name out of the hat didn't work there. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I feel bad for your kid. So I'm sorry about that. So we're gonna go to Cody. What up, my goats? How you doing, brother? Cody is one of our ambassadors. Does the Magoats interesting fact of the day? He said that we will be back on a normal schedule of that in the Sleeper channel next week. So thanks for that. We always love seeing that. So Kenny Galladay or Russell Gage in PPR. Also have a dynasty trade question. Okay, so let's get with the for today's stuff. Unfortunately, I can't trust Kenny Gage or Russell Gage anywhere. So I think I'm going to be going with Kenny Galladay. Unfortunately, I know that's a really tough situation you got there. The dynasty question: trade away Rondale Moore, a first next year, and a second and 2 late seconds for Mixon. Wow. That's a lot for Mixon. Not saying that it's not a good move. If you're really short at running back and you need a guy this year to kind of, if you're in win now, I would definitely, if you need a guy to win this year, that's not a bad move. But you're giving up a ton for Mixon, in my opinion. I would maybe make it, I would probably make it 1 second instead of 2. But that's just me. Cody saying Dan Arnold or Kittle on a pitch count. That's another tough one. I love Kittle. Kittle's probably one of my favorite tight ends in the league. But unfortunately, on a pitch count, it's tough. They'll probably have him in red zone and third down. So he can still go off like normal. I always just feel more comfortable with what I know, and Kittle is, a big part of that offense. So I think I'm going to go with Kittle on that one. So, also have Melvin Gordon as a drop option. I have Zeke. No, I think, Adrian, I would still be dropping Landry out of those particular options. I still like everyone else you have. Patrick going, I grabbed Adrian Peterson over McNichols. I also have Hyde on my bench. I'm waiting to see if Robinson's going to play. If he doesn't think he should switch him out, flex spot with Van Jefferson. So I like Hyde has a tough matchup. So does Adrian Peterson. In this case. I do and would rather play Van Jefferson over those guys just because of the matchups that they have. So I have Jacobs going against my Giants today and hope he runs all over them. Yeah, I have him in a bunch of daily fantasy. So Hayden, what's going on, Hayden? Welcome to the show. Like I said in the beginning, we are donating $2 essentially to St. Jude's Research Hospital for every new subscribe. So check us out. Ooh, look who it is. Look who it is.
What up, my Get Right Fantasy peeps out there? How you guys doing?
What's up, brother?
Good thing they give us that extra hour. I made it.
It's always good to see, my friend. Always good to see, and always love having you here. As always,
Love being here.
Rasta in the house, loving it.
So what are we doing, man? We're getting some questions answered. Week 9.
Oh yeah. Give me 1 second just to I gotta normally I don't have my headphones in for this because so give me 1 sec to
Am I cramping your style?
all yeah, my internet's going.
Yeah, you're going wonky over there. So while you're doing that, Hayden, I'm gonna say go Mitchell and Connor on that one. I want to see how Jeff Wilson gets worked in. I wouldn't be shocked if it was more of a split this game.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm going. Can you hear me?
Sorry, guys. I think
Can you hear me?
Ant is oh, there we go.
All right.
I think we're all
I don't know
back
if
now.
that's okay. All right. Well, we're
Yeah,
good.
you're good.
So, Mitchell and Connor on my side is what I'm saying there. Like I was saying, I want to see how they use Wilson first before I'm, firing him up. I'm in my lineup. He's not like Christian McCaffrey. We know what his role is. For the most part, they're going to use him in, good situations. They may not play, McCaffrey in between the 20s, or behind the 50 as often. But once they cross that midfield, I assume he's going to be in the game. That's just
I agree with
going back to answer that other question before I got on. So Edgar Gonzalez, what's up, man? Welcome to Get Right. I think I've seen you on here before, but if not,
yep.
Okay. And for everybody else that's watching, if you're not, make sure you hit that like button for us right now as well too. Adrian Peterson or Kadarius Toney. Which way are you going on this one? I think it's Tony by a mile. So I'm
Yeah,
not
and
playing
especially in
Adrian
PPR.
Peterson. Yeah, I'm not playing Adrian Peterson unless you're, in dire straits. If you're playing him, you're basically hoping he scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
Otherwise I expect maybe, 12, 15, 20 carries for, anywhere between, 40, 60, and 80 yards. And
Yeah.
you're just hoping he scores a touchdown. So, um, again, just depending on what you're looking for in your lineup. Judy, Myers, Marvin Jones, pick one, full PPR. What's up, Jonathan?
Ooh. Uh, Myers. He's just consistent. He's a safer floor. Judy's the higher like ceiling. So if you want to save floor, Myers, big boom, I'd go Judy.
And I agree with you there. Let's see. Xavier Ramos is saying Jalen Ramsey is questionable.
Yes, he is,
And
but he'll probably be playing.
absolutely. And I forgot I'm supposed to be on the alerts here, so you're gonna
Oh,
have to.
so I just got an alert that James Robinson will be out today. So
There
James
you go.
Robinson is out today. Make sure you
Yep.
take him out of your lineup. As we already said before, Tua. Oh, apparently Tua will be active and available for an emergency use, but in this particular case, Jacoby Brissett will be starting. So just be aware. I did say he will be out, so I apologize, but he essentially is out. So I apologize for that, but I will change my particular thing right now.
There it is. Magoats is in here saying I'm playing Frank this week. So Galladay better outplay Gage.
Oh,
Good
for
luck,
sure.
man. Yeah. No, good luck. Um, what's up, Cody? How's it going, man? Atlas Rasta. Yeah, it's Sunday.
Yeah,
It'll
I
go on
decided to
soon.
go with the hat today.
It'll go on
Decided to go
soon.
with the hat.
You should have told me we were wearing hats in this show. I would have grabbed mine. But that's okay. Everybody knows where my loyalties stand here today.
Hey man,
Um,
I know, and it's funny. I don't have hats. Like, I don't have a lot of hats that have like a logo. I always go with like Under Armour or something like that. I literally have the same hat, just in like 2 different colors.
I love doing that.
Yeah.
Patrick's in here saying, "How do you like Chase Edmonds? I mean, he's just squeaking by every week, but now with Murray out, I think they're going to go to the ground."
Yeah, I agree. I think Chase is a good option today. In most formats.
Don't play anybody against that Niners D, baby.
Oh,
Sit him.
stop. You and your
Obviously,
Niners.
obviously that's hyperbole. Edmonds is a good option. It was actually very. I don't think we really kind of touched on this much. We kind of swept it under the rug, but
Oh yeah.
seeing Edmonds get a rushing touchdown was promising. We'll see what happens. And then again, just remember, if anything were to happen to Connor, and we know he gets nicked up easily, Edmonds is going to be the workhorse there. So
Yeah, for sure.
he's always worth, a hold. Coming up, you never know when that can happen. So anyway, Jonathan Smith said, "Thanks for the late night help, Rasta." We were going back and forth last night, trying to get his lineup right.
Nice.
That's what we do. For those of you guys who don't know, hit that description, scroll down, go into the Get Right Fantasy Network private sleeper channel, post screenshots of your team. We'll help you break it down. Any moves that you need to make, just kind of talk it out with you. We'll lay down on the couch and put your feet up, and we'll dissect your team and make sure we talk you off some ledges sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes people start to go a little crazy, and you just need that reassurance that you're okay and just write it
Yeah.
out.
Everything's gonna be okay, everybody.
You'll be all right. Don't panic. It's only week 9, guys. Still a lot of football left. Not the time to push all the chips all in. That's as we get closer to the trade deadline. So here we go. Get to some more questions here. Hard for me to sit AJ Brown for DJ Moore. I agree. I wouldn't do it personally. Especially with, I'm sure you mentioned Sam Darnold being active today.
Yeah.
I'd rather go AJ Brown. Looks like, says he's going to play. He's had that
Yeah,
knee
it was
injury,
rest.
all year. It's mostly rest. And I think you said it best on Friday night. Sit him Friday so he could play Sunday. So
Yeah. It is what it is. It's hard to tell though. He will be fine, and they have Julio, so he could be a good option. It's just hard to trust. You know, a lot of these injured guys that tend to get hurt, they get hurt, and then they're out for the rest of the game after one play, and sometimes, and it's one of those things where I'd rather go with someone I know that's healthy, going against just a mediocre defense in this case, against the Carolina Panthers. But I do not mind AJ Brown if you played him. He's definitely ranked higher, just because the player he is. So
I don't know how many words it is, but all I'm going to say is one catch, 57 yards, and a
yeah,
touchdown.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all you got to.
DK Metcalf.
I mean,
basically DK Metcalf.
yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things where he's a difference maker. So
Yeah,
if he's
I
out
agree.
there, I'm playing him. Even if he's on limited snaps, they're going to put him in on those plays. And if he's in there, they're probably targeting him.
Yeah.
So it only takes one play for him to get loose, hit his head on the goalpost. So
Mhm.
I'm throwing him in my lineup. Sucks that the Bills sucks that I have Bills defense and Hyde. I don't want to happen what screwed me a few weeks ago playing Henry
Yeah,
versus this Bills defense when it went off. It's tough, man.
you,
And I was kind of
you
almost in
won't.
that situation today playing San Francisco defense against Kyler Murray. I'm not a very big proponent for that, but also at the same times I kind of just think of it as it is kind of counterproductive when you're
It
playing a
is.
defense against some of your players. So go ahead and
No, it
what's your
very
take on
much
that?
is. I do it all the time. I make sure that my defense is not going to be that guy. And honestly, out of the options that you told me, I rather have Van Jefferson in there just because it's a better option. So, all right. So, and yeah, I mean, if it's a redraft, I wouldn't in Dynasty. Dynasty, hold on to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What up,
So,
Wilson? What's up? Get right ambassadors out there, my goats, everybody's in here.
no, there is.
Um, Sunday morning, man. It's
Yeah.
it's where we're at. So we're gonna have
So,
actives and inactives pop off. Any other news going on right now that you
yeah, no,
see?
I got a couple of things that I was going to bring up. We found out early this morning Drew Lock is out of the game today and is on the COVID-19 list. I know that doesn't really matter because he's not a starter, but it was because of a close contact. So just be wary of that. CD Lamb and Amari Cooper are both expected to play, so I would treat them as if they're good to go. We already found out about James Robinson; he will be out, so we are aware of this a little ahead of time. Carlos Hyde is not a horrible option. It's just he has a very, very tough defense that he's going against. Um, Kenny Galladay is good to go. It looks like we'll find out more in about the 7 minutes. He's expected to play. He had a really good Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday practice, so it looks like he's good to go. John Ross isn't. He's more of a game time decision, so we'll see how that goes. But if you're playing John Ross, you're really in a bad place. Panthers, they're activating Christian McCaffrey, so there's hope that he's going to be playing today. Right now, we just have to wait and see. But it looks like he will play, but will be on a snap count. So just be aware of that. The late games, we have a couple of little bit of news. George Kittle, he will be on a pitch count like we talked about, but he's expected to play roughly half the game. So that's a big deal. So it looks like Teddy Bridgewater is good to go to play. Um, that was why I was mentioning the concept of a close contact. When it's the quarterback, you would assume that they have the same problem that they had last year. So that's why I said just be wary of that at this point. But right now, he's good to go. He'll be in the game today. Other news for the 49ers, Elijah Mitchell and Debo Samuel are each questionable, as we know. Both are expected to play, but the team is uncertain how long each player will be able to go and is hoping there are no setbacks. So we were talking before about Jeff Wilson and all that coming in. Everyone's a little bit banged up. The only one that isn't is Jermichael Hasty. But at the same time, and Trey Sherman, but they don't trust him. So at this point, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a committee. We'll see how that goes. On the other side of the ball, it's the Cardinals. Both traveled Murray and DeAndre Hopkins to San Francisco, but both aren't expected. But aren't expected either to play. So it looks like they feel as if both will be out for this game, and it will be Colt McCoy starting. Now, this is a 4:00 game. We do not know if he will or won't play until about 3:00. 2:30, 3:00 Eastern. So make sure you guys keep an eye on, whatever app you guys use. A lot of us use Sleeper, but make sure you guys are aware of that coming in. Oh, it looks like Harrison Smith will be inactive today. Harrison Smith is a safety for the Minnesota Vikings. That's kind of a big deal. He was placed on the COVID list this morning. So that stinks. And I think things are working for me. So that's good. I don't understand. All of a sudden it just keeps popping up. I'm like, what?
There
it's
it
working?
is.
No update,
Well,
no nothing.
go.
I love it. So anyway, so yes, Harrison Smith will be out in that game. So, all those Baltimore receivers I feel a little better about. But we'll get into that shortly. But like I said, right now, DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray look like they will be not playing, but I'm not going to say that they're not. They're just not expected at this point. So, all right, let's get into some of the questions that we were going. Wilson asks, would you rather have Love or Brissett started against you?
Well, that's for you to answer, Mike. So that's all on you.
Huh.
Dustin saying, "What up, Wilson?"
What up, Dustin? Yeah, neither. Just don't put either.
Yeah, you don't
I
need
would
a
rather
quarterback. Be a man. Be a
play,
man, Wilson. If you're as good
Yeah,
as you think you are, don't even play.
I was just gonna say, put in your own lineup. I'm not telling you what to do.
That's
not
what I
how
would
we
do.
play here.
I wouldn't even start a quarterback.
He doesn't even have a lineup in, and he's trying to like do this whole deception thing. Like, come on, man, just put in your lineup.
He's trying to put one of those league moves on you.
Oh my god, it doesn't
get in
work.
your head and
I'm not going to set your
lineup against him. Hey, that sounds like I hear a little bit of scared in there, Wilson. So I think you might be good. I think you're in his head. Well done,
good, brother.
Well done.
My team is set. Let's go.
Shout out to the Get Right Fantasy Network Listener League. Everybody in there starting to get nitty gritty in there. I'm climbing my way up. Mike's atop the mountain, and Dustin and Frank are in there somewhere. Could say that now that they're below me. I don't want to talk about it early on, obviously.
No.
Exactly. All right, so we got Jonathan in here saying, not that I like injuries, but I can't say I'm not happy that my opponent has to play Claypool over James Robinson.
You might get hurt by that. Don't say stuff like that. I never say anything.
Yeah, so they got Steelers playing they're playing
Chicago.
Monday night, right?
Yeah,
on Chicago, right?
And that Monday night game can always get you something.
Those games are always crazy. Crazy. Duncan Carter, what's up, man? Hi guys. Do you like better this week? Or who do we like better this week between Daniel or Jordan? Give me some
I'm
DJ.
going Daniel Jones.
Danny Dimes there. I mean, Love is throwing to the best wide receiver in the league.
Going against one of the worst defenses in the league right now.
Yeah.
But I don't
at the
like
same
it.
token, at the same token, I would rather go with at least you know what you're gonna get with Danny Dimes. So
I agree.
Good luck, Duncan, whichever way you go, man. Patrick says, I have David Montgomery coming back. When do you think is a good time to trust him? And who should I dump, Pirine or Johnson, to fit Montgomery back in the roster? If that's a David Johnson, then I would say David Johnson for sure.
No. It's Deirness. So
Deirness Johnson, I would go.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough. They're both basically.
I would dump Pirine. Pirine. Yeah.
I think Deirness has a little more standalone value.
Yes, he does.
And versus who's going to get hurt again, one way or the other. But yeah. So that's the second part of the question. What do you think about the first part? When do you trust Montgomery? Do you trust him this week?
I trust him next week compared to this week. I mean, Steelers are still a decent option. They have the bye next week. and then he'll be fully healthy the week after. So I'm kind of hoping that they don't play him this week. It's the same kind of feeling with with Saquon. Like I was happy to hear he wasn't playing today so that he could be healthy.
Owner, yes.
Well, as I'm a Saquon owner too, man, and everything, just even on a team perspective. Like I didn't want to. They should be. We're 2-5. We shouldn't be trying to push it. At this point, I think that they have Herbert. They're running well. They should definitely wait. So the following play. Oh, okay. So we're starting to get inactives right now. It looks like James Robinson is, of course, inactive. Just wanted to get that confirmed. Looks like CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper are active as expected, so they will be good to go. So just be aware of that. So we're going to start getting a couple of things in. Ravens inactives are Latavius Murray and Sammy Watkins and Brandon Williams. That's kind of significant for their run game, for their defensive run game. Brandon Williams is a run stuffer. He's probably one of their biggest reasons why they have a good run defense. So be aware of that. So yeah, we're going to get more as they flow in. So
keep rolling.
We're gonna just
when
keep
we
talking.
go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Not much I can do.
So we're go ahead. That's what we're here for.
We got Donovan Peoples-Jones and Denzel Ward active with Javanian Clowney, McKinley, and Harrison Bryant. So it looks like they got a lot of guys that were going to be questionable that are active today on the defensive side of the ball. So this is kind of a small downgrade to Joe Burrow, but not a huge downgrade, just because those guys are, the truth. Like Clowney still has run, and Denzel Ward is probably one of the best corners in the league. It looks like Cole Beasley is active with Jordan Poyer, so that's a good thing for the Bills. I'm in between playing Cole Beasley or Carlos Hyde, Marvin Jones, and who else did I pick up? I think that's it. So you still playing Beasley here?
I don't know. When you say it like that,
and Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, I almost want to say Marvin Jones.
It's hard, man. Marvin Jones is.
It's just he hasn't really produced. It just depends on which Trey Law we're gonna get, but that's a tough one. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, I mean, I have Stephon Diggs already, so for me, it's playing Diggs and Beasley in the flex, or do I play, like I said, Jeff Wilson or Carlos Hyde or Marvin Jones in that spot, or I think I have Jacoby Myers too to be able to play. So I have
Myers. I would go Myers.
Even against Carolina, against Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, Belichick will probably scheme him open. He may put him in the slot. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up.
Well, remember McDaniels. It's not always Belichick. Belichick's the defensive side. Remember that.
True. I don't know. That's a tough spot to be in right there.
Right. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm kind of hoping that it work. I'm gonna have to do some soul searching and flip my own coin there, Patrick. Because I got a couple of things I got to do, and hopefully I picked right, and I will not ask your daughter to pick the name out of the hat for me.
There it is.
Sorry. All right. We got official news. Christian McCaffrey and Sam Darnold are both active, so both will be playing today. Just be aware.
There it is.
Yeah.
Lat Murray's inactive. I think we already got that.
Yeah, we already got all that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm all caught up. We're good.
You're all caught up? All right.
Yeah, yeah, I'm good. I'm actually getting the alerts. It's weird. So
perfect. All right. Well, hey, that makes my job easier. All right.
Yes,
so
sir.
We'll get into Wilson's question here. Do I drop Mr. Khalif Raymond for Carlos Hyde? I may have to start MVS or Julio, or who would you consider starting one of those guys instead?
I would probably start Julio over all those guys.
Yeah,
maybe MVS.
I take my chances. I wouldn't go MVS with Jordan Love. Maybe if it was Rodgers.
Yeah.
Again, he's kind of in that same situation with you. Like with Hyde, we don't know kind of what we're going to get out
of that.
Hyde
will get volume, though.
Yeah, he'll probably get it. It's just how efficient will he be? Will he have will that offense get close enough for him to be able to score a short
Yeah,
yardage touchdown? That's the biggest thing.
yeah,
You're hoping for Marvin Jones or someone to catch it,
Well,
short or something like that. So I don't think
remember what we saw last
Brandon's an
week.
option.
Last week they had a tough time with Miami. That's where like my mind keeps going. Like they're a really good run defense, but you know they've been having a rough time. They had a rough time with Miami running the ball down the field. Jacksonville's coming off healthy off of a bye week. I don't hate playing Carlos Hyde. Urban Meyer loves Carlos Hyde. So for me, it looks like this will be a volume type thing where they could get him more involved. They don't like Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball, 40 plus times. So I feel like Carlos Hyde might be a good option to keep Josh Allen off the field if possible.
You're right.
So,
Yeah,
right? No, it's hard to trust.
Yeah, Marvin Jones against Trey Wyatt. I can't. Yeah,
That's why I
I
can't do
can't say
that.
that either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
We got Giants
that's a tough
inactives.
spot. All right, go ahead, hit that, and then we'll get
No,
to
we
the next
already
question.
know it's Sterling and Saquon, so they're both out. So that just means that Kenny Galladay is active today. So usually when they put in inactives, they don't tell you who's active. But in this case, Saquon and Sterling are both out, which we already kind of knew. So it looks like Kenny Galladay is at up. Yep. Then now I just got Kenny Galladay is active. God, I hate these beat reporters. They always put in like 10 different things, like 10 different tweets instead of just one tweet of everything.
They got to
Anyway,
get their views up.
yeah, I
So
guess.
again, just to recap this question, out of these four, we're kind of consensus Julio. Just take
Yeah.
your chances with Julio.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you want upside, go Julio. If you want some sort of a floor, you could go Carlos Hyde because he will get touches. It's just what will he do with them?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Fair. Fair.
yeah. So Jonas says it feels so weird playing 9 of your 11 players in the 10 a.m. Pacific slot.
Oh, I hate that.
But
I
here we
hate
are.
that.
Yeah, it is tough, but a lot of the times it's not too bad.
I like having
Because
some
especially
variety.
late in the year, there's usually not too many games late. For example, there's only 3 late games, this week, so it's a little more kind of deceiving. There's only 6 games or 6 teams that are playing, so the odds of you not having, or only having 2 of your 11 players out of 6 teams, versus the other, out of 32 total teams, it's not really that crazy when you think about it when we're on bye weeks and, stuff like that. So, um, I don't worry about that kind of stuff too much. You're starting your starters. But I understand what you mean as well because I do kind of like having one guy on Thursday just to kind of get your week started off right or wrong. And then, having that nice mix between morning and afternoon, you feel like you can maybe make a comeback in the afternoon. And then I think we all love having someone playing on Monday night.
Oh, me too.
There's like no worse feeling than knowing you can't score any more points on Monday, especially if you're
Yeah.
playing against somebody playing on Monday night. So
Yeah, me too.
it's just one of those weird things. So I feel where you're coming from there, Jonah. I think we're all there. So he's saying I have Deontay, so let's hope not. I don't know what he was referring to in that one again. It is still early for me, even though we got that extra hour. Claypool going to have like 120 yards and 2 TDs now at Jonathan Smith. Oh yeah, because he was saying that earlier.
Yeah, he was saying about it.
Yeah, no, we know
Just
how that
a
goes.
small inactive list.
ahead.
Nikhil Harry and JJ Taylor are both out, which means that Ramondre Stevenson is going to be in today, compared to JJ Taylor. Weird how they keep going back and forth with these two, but they're playing Carolina, so
Belichick
they're
plays the
actually
matchups.
yeah.
He must have seen something.
Oh, they're going to run it. They're just going to run it. That's why I said Harris is a good option today.
He's a good option every week.
Uh,
I'm still kind of upset that I traded him off, but I traded him and Michael Thomas for Godwin and somebody else. It wasn't a bad trade.
okay. So apparently Drew Lock tested negative twice yesterday and positive today. his contact is outside of the building, so it's not anybody that is on the team. So that's a good thing.
Oh, good update. Good update.
Yep.
So we have Logan here. What's up, Logan? Does anyone know of a
Yeah, I know
Julio
Logan.
support
What's up?
group I can join? One where they tell you it's okay to drop Julio and return to a happy and productive life.
I'll tell you, do it. Do it.
Logan, if you would have been part of our Friday night mocks, we would have just told you to avoid the guy pretty much altogether, unless you were
No, that's
getting
a
him
lie. Dustin
in
was
like
pushing him.
a wide receiver 3, type spot. Dustin was big on him as well. I know
wouldn't.
Frank and I were telling you to probably steer away. I was okay with him if you got okay value, but I wasn't
Yeah,
like
if he was a
trusting him.
wide receiver
Like
4, I would have been fine with it, but he's not.
I would have
So
took a shot on my wide receiver 3, because I think when he
yeah,
does play, he is at least a wide receiver 3.
yeah, but his
It's
hamstring
just
is
Yeah,
he
it's
can't
just
get out
when
of
he
it.
plays. Yeah, it's just, and he doesn't finish games lately, and it's just I feel like I can't even remember the last full 100% of snap, type game, like full game
Oh, that
I've
he
seen
played, yeah.
Julio play in like years. Like I cannot remember one. And that's the toughest part. So
Honestly,
the
the way
greatest
that I view it,
ability the greatest ability is availability.
yeah, of course. And for me, the one thing that I will tell you there, Logan, drop him as a landmine for somebody else. Let him be someone else's headache. Honestly, he's not a bad player, but the
Trade
problem
him
is,
for I mean, I would tell
yeah,
you to trade him.
that would be my next thing is trade him. But
That'd be
if
my
you can't
first
find
thing.
it, I don't think he's gonna find anybody.
Yeah,
But that's
I
the
wouldn't
point.
take him. But yeah.
And that's the point. If you can find somebody for Julio, great. Take it, get some value. You're
A
not going to get what
handcuff
you're looking for.
someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
better than
yeah, you can
dropping.
only go for a handcuff or something like that. But if you're able to get rid of him, get rid of him and let him be someone else's problem. Honestly, I like the player. I've always, he's a generational talent for me. I've known him since, his whole career watching him play. He is a stud. But the problem is that he's old. He's getting hurt. It's just how life is. So it's just time to let him go.
Would you trade Chase Edmonds or Javonte Williams for Julio right now today?
No,
That's what's crazy,
no,
is I wouldn't
never,
either. I'm
never.
just like, those are the 2 guys like I kind of have on my bench that
No.
I'm willing to trade, and I don't even think I would take him for
Oh
Julio
God,
right now.
no. I
And I
wouldn't let
literally
go of either.
don't even have a wide receiver 4. Like, I'd rather just maybe grab someone off the waiver wire and like stream that wide receiver 4 position in a 3 wide receiver league.
Yeah,
Um versus having Julio. It's weird, and I never thought I would say that, but and again, I could be wrong, but I don't want to deal with that headache.
you're not wrong, my friend. You're
All
not
right.
wrong.
So Jonathan said, "Don't worry, Logan. I had the same problem last year. Drafted him with my second pick, and it's going to be okay. I made the championship game, but lost to Kamara."
I didn't. Sorry.
Patrick says ESPN is real late. They don't have Robinson out or a few other yet on the app.
Yeah,
That's why we're here for you. Send
yeah.
those Frank was sending out emails all last week. He was so upset with the way Yahoo was designated players this year. It seems like it's been, an issue. I don't know if it's just because we're so much, more in tune with these injuries and, getting these updates like so
Yeah.
quickly that we're just expecting these platforms to, click
Oh
that
no,
button and have it done. So
I knew
it's
about James Robinson about 20 minutes ago, and they only took him off like 10 minutes ago. And it's just because the way that they get their information. They get it from a really bad source, for like sources like Yahoo and Sleeper. They get it from NBC Edge, and they've been very conflicting. I haven't been liking their updates lately.
interesting. Jonathan Smith says, "Remember, if you don't start Myers, he will score 2 TDs."
Oh God, don't remind me of that.
If you have Myers, you just have to start. Like, if you miss
Well,
the game that he scores the touchdown, you're gonna be kicking yourself. Like, you're gonna be
honestly,
he would be stuck in my lineup, and like, he's so due for a touchdown. Like, if anyone is due for a touchdown, it's this guy. But it's
yeah.
hilarious how there's like several linemen that have 1 or more touchdowns over
Oh
Myers.
yeah, yeah. I
It's
saw that.
hilarious to me.
And
Um,
honestly, if we have a few minutes, or later on, I have DFS guys that we can go about too. So
Nice. We'll always get that. We almost caught up with the chats here, and then we'll get there. If you're watching, everyone, click on the thumbs up for the show.
hell yeah.
Spoken like a true ambassador. We love it. Thanks, Wilson, for holding it down. What's up, TS?
What
I
up,
don't know if I've
TS?
seen you here before, but if
No, I
you've been
haven't.
here on this Sunday show, make sure you hit that subscribe button for us. we are donating basically $2 with the people we have here matching to the St. Jude's Children's Foundation for every new subscriber that we get. Ooh, nice touch. Between now and December 1st, we will be making those donations on everyone's behalf. So it doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that subscribe button, tell a friend or two, and ask them to tell another friend or two. We'd love to be able to help out the kids here, especially in this month of giving. So
Hell yeah.
there we are. So we have TS here saying flex one, Julio, Emmanuel Sanders, Melvin Gordon in full PPR. So pick one. Who you flexing with?
Sanders.
If you need four, I'd go
no,
Gordon. If you
I'm
want
gonna go
upside,
Gordon.
go Sanders. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gordon.
that's how I'm gonna answer that one.
Yeah.
Just depending on what you need, in your lineup there. If you need some upside, go with Sanders. Again, we talked about it going against that Jacksonville defense. Someone's going to eat there. Just depends on, who it's going to be. Josh Allen loves taking those deep shots to Manny Sanders, and hopefully they can connect on one for you there.
Yeah, it's a great matchup.
Not a bad DFS play, as I'm sure Mike will probably get into a little bit later if we get to that.
Yep.
And I got to set that. I love do my daily. You just got me excited again right now.
I get all excited.
Starting to wake up more. It's like I'm getting there.
I saw you with the Red Bull or the Monster.
Yeah, exactly. Patrick is here saying, "Oh, I love having guys in late games and my opponent early games. Same reason, works out for the best." It's funny our little all the little superstitions with playing fantasy football, man. That's probably the best part of it. Damian Harris or Debo, not knowing if he's a go until the afternoon.
Debo will play this afternoon. Let's just be clear. They said that he is more than expected to play. It's just he is hobbled, and Debo hobbled is never a good thing. I still like Damian Harris better.
You don't even have to ask me. I'm saying firing up Debo, man.
I know you are.
My guy could literally win you a game, and so I'll take that. But again, if you need that consistency, if you need a win, to me, if you're 6-2, play Debo. If you're 3-5, you need to play Damian Harris.
Yeah.
Put it that way. What's up, Frank? What's up? Glad you joined us, man. If you want, come join the show. If you want to jump in here and answer some questions. And he said they fixed it after his email. So
nice.
They're listening to it, man. We all know they got Frank's one email and made the change. That's the kind of power that we have here at Get Right.
Hey, man,
we're getting these things fixed for you guys. Shout out to Frank there.
Dude, I've been reaching out to the app we use all week, and they haven't done anything until like literally right now. I was like, I'm hoping it's ready.
Right. And Jonathan's saying nice, Frank. So I'll let you go ahead.
I'm not even going to try.
Go ahead, Mike. Have at
Albert O. I'm just going to call him Albert O because that's all I know how to say.
Okunwambo Bunwam. Okunwambuwam.
Bunwami. Or Wam?
Bunwam.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's playing. Yay.
Let's go, Albert. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Good
Love
stuff.
Albert. Love Albert.
Love it, Logan. Keep bringing it to us, man. Trying to step up our enunciation game. Keep bringing those. I love it. So Patrick says, I have Fant out, as do we all. And Jared Cook is in his spot. Do you think Cook is going to have a good week? So
yes.
What is your quick take on Cooks this week against the Eagles?
Love it. Go for it.
Fire him up. Fun. You're in good hands. Good hands. Why can't ESPN make Patterson a receiver eligible? This drives me nuts. FYI, he wears number 84.
Yeah.
The numbers don't matter so much now, Wilson.
Not anymore. No.
And that sucks. That they don't have it. The only thing I can say is no offense, ESPN, and if you want to sponsor the show at some time, you're going to have to upgrade your app, because I will say it now, as I've said it many times in the past, don't play on ESPN.
I don't like ESPN.
Leagues. Yeah. Tell those people in that league to go to Sleeper, go to Yahoo, go to a different platform.
MFL.
I can't stand that one either. I would rather play on ESPN.
MFL's not bad. You just have to pay for it. So that's why people hate it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. Again, maybe if I started using it and know where to go, it seems
I don't mind it.
So clunky to me. But I know a lot of people do it, and of course, Scott Fishbowl's on there as well, which is how I'm getting introduced to it. And so it's tough. So But again, as I continue with my Scott Fishbowl experience there, I'm sure I'll come around to it. But most cases, tell those people to get off ESPN, go to sleeper.
Yeah.
Wanna
And
wanna
NFL, but I don't like NFL Network's one. It's
Yeah.
not as good, or
Uh,
CBS. I don't like any of those.
Yeah, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot with that segment. Thanks,
That's fine.
Wilson. You just
No
cost us
worries.
a lot of money there, Wilson. Uh,
Hey, they upgrade their stuff. I'm more than welcome to put,
we'll promote it after that.
yeah, I'll do
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
So Joey Perps, what's up, Joey?
What's up, Joey?
Landry, Sutton, Debo, or Hardman. Full
Oof.
PPR. Pick two. I have to start Debo, I got to start Debo even with the injury question mark. He's been a stud. So again, Joey, I'm a big Niners fan here. You would know
He's
if I
not
had
yet.
my hat on. I'm going Debo and Sutton. To me, it's pretty much a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'll take a hobbled Debo over Hardman or Landry.
Yeah. No, you're good. I'm
Simple.
in the same boat. I mean, you have to. Those two are the top options in their team. Hardman's good. I like him, but he's a hard one to trust in that offense. So I'm more on board with Sutton and Debo as well.
There it is.
This one is easy for me.
Oh, you're gonna go Higbee?
Yeah.
Or Fairmouth? Ooh.
No, I'm not going Fairmouth because I think that Eric Ebron's going to be back. Oh, he's already labeled out. So,
I was going to
Eddie
say if Ebron's still out, give me some Patty
Fairmouth.
Fairy. I can't think of a cool
The
name.
Muth.
So
The
yeah,
Fairmouth.
Pat Muth.
The good old
Pat Muth.
Muth is loose.
Yeah. Give me some Pat
sorry,
there.
I know I'm taking that from Jason. No, I'm going Higbee. Stay in Higbee.
Fan. All right. Well, we're split there. Frank, you're in the chat. Split our decision here. Higbee or Fairmouth. For you guys don't know, Refry guy that's out there. He is part of the Get Right Fantasy Network. He's going to hold it down in the chat. And Frank, you're welcome to come on. But I know it's early, man. But you're always welcome here on your own show. He said that was his move. Bench Fant and Cook in for the start for sure. So again, he's holding it down. He's responding saying the NFL is free. I don't care if it's free, man. I'm not doing it.
Broke our tie with yours.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, whatever.
Frankie, my boy. Let's go. Patty.
I have Higbee ranked higher.
Oh, let me check my rankings. I don't look at my tight end rankings.
Let me see.
I have
to look. I have to double check that. Let me double check. I did it this morning.
Ooh, see, I'm gonna have to move that. Night. Let me put. I had Higbee at 8. Yeah.
I got to update. I forgot. I always have to update now.
Yeah. See, I don't like him over these guys. There's no good tight ends here.
No, are you kidding me?
Move Kittle up here. I gotta adjust these.
You gotta move Kittle around.
Yeah, I gotta. Guys, I'll have my rankings updated about 10 minutes after the show's over. I gotta make some adjustments now that we have all these actives and inactives.
Oh yeah, no, I think we had 11. I think we had 11 and Fairmouth at 18. So
I think I just moved Fairmouth up to 9. I like him this week. Anyway, plus he's that Monday night start. So anyway, all right, we digress. Logan, I'm about to go 4-5. Don't say that, man. You know how many times people get off on a Thursday night and then people think they haven't won? Like, I'm almost terrified of winning after Thursday night, especially when you have someone like JT that goes off. Then nobody else on your team or on that team will score a touchdown that week. They'll have yardage, but no touchdowns, and you end up losing the week because the other guy has somebody like they started off the wire scoring 2 touchdowns. It happens, man. It's fantasy football. It's not over until the properly sized woman sings. He says, I'm about. What's so funny, Mike? What's so funny? We have to be
the properly sized woman sings. Oh yeah, we can't. God.
We're not hating here, man. We gotta,
It is a phrase. It is something that is normally.
I'm not putting anything out there, man. I got neutral eyes. I got neutral eyes over here, man. I live in California. We can't say stuff like that over here.
It's all good, brother.
Just shout out to everybody. So anyway, I digress. I'm about to go 4-5 facing that JT owner. Is it too scorched earth to drop Julio and his kicker um, to cycle handcuff exposure throughout the day? So what Logan is talking about here, this is very high level fantasy football here.
Oh, it's the worst.
Um,
I hate
base,
people doing this.
Basically, he's kicking, waving the flag, and he's going to try to predict some injuries that may happen throughout today to try to score big on the waiver wire next week.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan for it, especially just going one guy.
me
You
neither.
never know. Again, I mean, unless your team is just basically trash for whatever reason, and you know you're going to lose. Um, but for the most part, like again, I had on Thursday night where Kyler only got me 12 points last week. I came back and won that game. I
Yeah.
thought I was done for after that. Um, and so don't give up, man. Never give up.
No, don't give
Fight
up.
to the bitter end. Again, if if you're hosed after the you know the morning games and you can drop maybe some afternoon guys and do
Yeah.
something like that, then maybe go ahead. But for the most part, play
Don't
it out,
drop your
man.
kicker for that. That's ridiculous. I hate when people my one guy in my league will do it all the time. He literally won't play a kicker or won't play a D-back, won't play somebody that doesn't really matter in his particular perspective. And then he'll just wait until like the late games to pick somebody up off the waivers. Whenever I've played him, I make sure that I make it so that he has to pick the worst option. So I'll just do it with my bench guy and not care. So honestly, that type of move doesn't help unless you have literally nobody at the bottom of your bench. So
Yeah,
honestly, I'm really not a big fan of it. Uh, Dropping Julio is one thing, but I don't know, man. I think it's too scorched earth. I don't think it's worth it.
yeah. The only thing I would say though is I might
Ingram,
drop
P
Julio.
Ryan.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I mean no. I'm saying if anything, I would drop Julio for Dylan. Just
Oh
any
yeah, for sure.
like I think Dylan needs to
No,
be
I think
owned
I think he
regardless.
has Dylan. I think he has Dylan
Is he
because
saying that?
he's
Okay.
talked about with P Ryan before. If any of that, if you're gonna drop one of the three out of that group, Ingram would be the guy I'm dropping.
All right, there it is. Maybe a little clarification there. Logan, hit
Yeah.
us up on the sleeper app. We'll go into more detail on that
Jonathan Lee,
if
what's
we
going
need
on,
to.
brother?
What's up, man? Pick three: Debo, Jamar, Steph Diggs, or Cordell. So
Ooh.
Jamar for sure. That's your
Yeah,
one.
Jamar is a lock.
Then I pretty
Diggs is a
much have to
lock.
go Diggs again. So it comes down between Debo and Cordell. If you're worried about it, if you're worried about the Debo injury, then you could go Cordell.
Yeah,
If you
that's
want
the only
some
way we
potential,
can answer that.
yeah. I don't know.
Big-
With Kyler
Cordell's
not
going
playing,
against a tough defense.
maybe it's not as much of a shootout as we think it was going to be. But for the most part, the Niners are going to have to throw the ball. They have Kittle back now. That
Mhm.
might even open up Debo a little
Open
more.
them up. Yeah.
So like you guys know, man. I'm going Debo until I see something different, man. The dude's been like wide receiver 3, overall so far or something like that. Like I can't not start that. Like, and I hate saying it, usually Niners, play fantasy players aren't, usually this high up in the
Productive.
in the productive order, yeah, in the pecking order. So it's just weird for I think any of us to say. But
Honestly, I
fire
mean,
fire him up
Cordell.
until you see differently.
Yeah, I mean, Cordell is just he's a volume-based guy. They're going against a really tough defense. He can still be the thing with Cordell though is that they can use him even if they're down. Mike Davis is more of a one type of player. He's a just downhill runner. I mean, he can catch the ball, but not as good as someone like Cordell. So for me, I just feel I
He's
don't see
4.
it being a good thing, but you can still have Cordero playing the whole game compared to someone like Debo who won't, might be on a snap count or if he's hurt will be out for the rest of the game. So it's hard for me to pick this, but I would probably go more Cordero just to be safe. I think Debo is more. I think Debo has the higher ceiling. I think Cordell has the higher floor. So if you're looking for that type of situation, I'd do that. Cordell does have a good ceiling if he can get it, be used on the goal line a lot. So because he's a bigger back. That's just me though.
Yeah, and how many times do we, go through and it's like, oh, we're worried about the guy not playing, so you try to get cute,
Yeah.
start somebody else, and then
Yep.
he comes out and, goes
When
for
you're
100,
stud.
150 and a touchdown again. And you're just like, why would I not start the wide receiver 4 overall, you know, for a guy on Atlanta?
No,
I
you're
mean,
right.
it's just one of those things where you could be kicking yourself, afterwards. But also at the same time, it could work out the other way and be like, we knew he was hurt. Why did we start him? So again,
Yeah.
these are the decisions we're making. I would just again pay attention as we get closer, watch those morning shows, pay attention to the, guys stretching and warming up in the
Shut up.
background. No, I meant like,
I
those
know.
guys that have cameras on the field. We're not quite
Yeah, no,
there
I get
yet.
it.
And I'm looking at the background, man. I'm looking at those guys in the background. I'm seeing how they're stretching, if they're limping,
Oh
if
yeah.
they're, doing anything, check all that kind of stuff out. If they're happy, are they kind of stretching something out? Look, what's the look on their face? Look at that kind of stuff, man. And if it looks like Debo's good to go and everyone's saying, he's good to go, then I would fire him up, happily. Um, so that's that. So Jonathan's saying thanks. Do you guys have any good streaming QBs that we'd recommend? I had to get Kirk Cousins because of Tua being out. But any other recommendations? I don't think you can go wrong with Cousins. That's actually
Yeah,
my
me neither.
backup. I'm starting Tannehill over Kyler today because of my injury. But I
Yeah.
also have AJ Brown, so I kind of have a little stack going on there. So it's either going to go good or go bad for me. It's just, I mean, who else
No,
you got
that's
as
a
far
tough
as
one. Yeah,
quarterback?
I
Yeah,
was
let
gonna
us
ask.
know. Yeah, especially if it's one QB, let us know what kind of guys are out there. Um, and then we'll let you know. So Jonathan, we have some time here. Let us know who else you got out there. So we're finally caught up in the chats here. Anyone else out there trying to get your lineups together here? Throw us some questions. Let us know what you're thinking about. And we'll start getting to some more information here. So I know Mike, you had some DFS
DFS.
stuff he wanted to talk
Yeah.
about. So
So
let's go
figured
ahead
we
and do
could
that. Hold on,
figure we could talk.
let me bring out my
No,
my
you ain't. I
DFS
ain't giving this. No, I
my
ain't giving this to
DFS
you.
account. Hold
Oh
on,
no.
let me bring it up here so I can get all these guys in my lineup.
Yeah, you should,
Nah,
because
go ahead, man.
you're gonna have a hard time versus me. Anyway, so
Ooh,
Joe, right now for quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, and I'm going to be using FanDuel. I use FanDuel for my particular. Okay, so hold on. He's giving us other options: Jordan Love, Big Ben, Baker. No, you got the best of the bunch. I'm
yeah,
good with what
Cousins
you
out
got.
of that for sure, like by a
Yeah,
mile.
yeah, by a mile for sure. So for quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, he's $7,600. I use FanDuel, so we're going to be going based on their particular numbers. So Joe Burrow is $7,600 versus Cleveland. I think this is a really good matchup for him. Also, another person that's really cheap if you really want to go, quote unquote, bottom of the barrel that can still get you some, a decent day. Trevor Siemian going against Atlanta for $7,000. That's actually a really good price for a quarterback if you don't want to pay up for someone like Josh Allen. No problem, John. That's what we're here for. We're always here every Sunday, 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific.
The real
We're
time.
also here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:30 Pacific. Or wow, no, let's try that again. 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern. So make sure you guys check out the show. Make sure you like and subscribe. Remember, we're doing $2 to St. Jude's. Up until for every subscription. Wow, Anthony, just finish that out for me.
I got you. As the banner said, basically we have with our matches, we're doing a $1 donation to the St. Jude's Children's Foundation between now and December 1st. So I got you, Mike. I got you.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
There you
So,
go.
for running back options, we have Devontae. My Giants facing the Raiders and using Devontae Booker. Booker is only $6,300. That's a great value to use if you're looking to, play someone like Kamara or Aaron Jones or Nick Chubb that are a little bit more pricey. You can, kind of pair him with a guy like Devontae Booker. Myles Gaskin is another one. He's facing the Houston Texans, and he's $6,100. He's a little bit more risky, in my opinion. I wouldn't probably, if you feel like doing that, go for it. The Brissett news kind of changes my mind a tad, but not a lot. Zack Moss, $6,000 going against Jacksonville. That's a huge, huge upgrade. for your lineup. I think that they're going to be up at one point and they're going to be running it. On the other side of the ball, Carlos Hyde, he's 5,600. We know he's going to be used more just because with James Robinson being out. It's a tough matchup, but it's still might be worth, a couple bucks just, for a flex spot if you need it. Another option is, and I'm getting lower and lower in prices here, Deirness Johnson, $5,500. He's playing that Kareem Hunt role. He does really well in that role, as we saw from last week. Cincinnati is really weak against the run, so I'm all on board with playing Deirness if you have, if you need that lower flex option as well. Another guy, and I mentioned him during the week, Rex Burkhead is $5,000. I'm not going to play him, but he's $5,000. He got the most snaps.
Go ahead and list everybody off that have prices next to him.
But no one is playing him. All I'm saying is he's an option that probably no one is playing. I'm okay with it, as they shouldn't, but hey, he's an option. And also, Jeff Wilson is $4,800 in this particular type of format, in this type of game DFS. I am more than willing to pay a couple bucks for Jeff Wilson. He's a goal line back if he's playing, which we won't know until the 3:00 game, but he is more than he's somebody that I'm looking, for in cheaper options if you need them. Wide receivers, Brandon Cooks is an option. I think is for today. Tyrod Taylor being back, he's a very productive with Tyrod. He's only $6,800. That's a really good value for a wide receiver. Another guy, Christian Kirk, $6,400. AJ Green out. DeAndre Hopkins might be out as well. I understand they might have Colt McCoy, but I think that they can use Christian as more of a, possession guy underneath. Also, in that same game, Rondale Moore, $5,300 versus San Francisco. I think that they are both really good options against San Francisco. They're both cheap. They're both able, I think that they will have a lot of run today. For another guy, Jalen Waddle, $6,100 versus the Houston Texans. Brissett, we saw targeted him a lot. I'm all on board playing Waddle. Another one, Kadarius Toney, $5,700 versus the Raiders. I think that he's going to play that Sterling Shepard role in the slot. He's not a bad option that cheap.
My only problem is if I want to have Devontae Booker in there, that's the only reason I wouldn't have Toney in there. But
yeah, having I
think I might try to find a way to get Toney in my lineup today.
just to put the dagger in a little bit.
I'm just saying. Yeah, nothing better than beating you with your own guys.
No, that's all good. And then another couple options from the same game is Hunter Renfro and Zay Jones. Hunter Renfro is $5,600. He's very cheap, but he's a huge, PPR option. They, PPR points count in this league. So he's a really good option. And also Zay Jones is not a horrible option. He's more of a dart throw type option. It's only because of the people that they don't have. So that's a good thing. Jonah's asking if Waller is active. He is active. He was fine. They just wanted to hold him out last week because they knew they had the bye coming up. So they are good to go. Waller is set. They didn't say anything about his injury, so I'm assuming he's good. Jacoby Myers is another guy, $5,500 versus Carolina. We were talking about him before. You might want to play him so that you can get him when he has his touchdown. Not a bad option. I'm really, I like Jacoby in a lot of settings because he's so cheap. For tight end, Zach Ertz is a huge option to use today. $5,500 versus San Francisco. I know I'm not picking a lot of, Niners again, today. It's just how the game might run, but I like Zach Ertz. I like the offense he's in. I think that with McCoy there, if he's the one that's the starter, I think that they'll have to, check down a little more than they would with Kyler. He's a little bit less mobile than Kyler. I think they're going to have to play a little bit more conservative than normal. So for me, Zach Ertz is a really good option. The other option is Conklin. He's $5,200 versus Baltimore. Baltimore has been very mediocre at best against the tight end. They've been playing, as a lot of people say, a murderer's row of tight ends of the best in the league. So they haven't been doing well against anybody. So Conklin is not a bad option at that price. Dan Arnold, who we were talking about before, he's $5,100 versus Buffalo. Buffalo is another team that has been having a rough time with the tight end. They had a rough time with Gesicki last week. Dan Arnold is that type of, downfield receiver, receiving tight end. So I like him as well. And, Trevor Lawrence likes him. So I think he's going to do well. Some really, really bottom of the barrel options. And this is a real big dart throw for me. And we'll see. Adam Troutman, $4,400 with Trevor Siemian in there. I think that it's going to be I think that Trevor is not one of those downfield guys that can, really pass the ball deep. I think Troutman is a good, release valve for him, good safety right outside that can get him. I'm not saying it's going to get you anywhere. I see your face going, no. I'm like, I get it. And honestly, I was so up on Troutman all year. I'm just trying to find an opportunity to play him. Atlanta, not that great of a defense. They do have two really good linebackers, but I'm just trying to throw somebody out there that.
No, you're throwing these outliers. These are guys, that you want to use.
These are guys that you might
line up, so that you can spend your money, on those more proven guys, and these are guys, that what you might get with them. So again, don't mind my gestures over here.
No, you're right.
I'm trying to throw you off. We're playing against each other, so I'm setting my lineup literally as we
my
speak,
lineup's been set for like an hour. Like my lineup's been set since like 2. I set my lineup on like Wednesday.
Oh, you see, I can't do it. I gotta take the whole weekend. I gotta get the feel from the people here on the Sunday show, and then I
have to set my lineup. I set my lineup ahead of time so that it's at least said that it's in. So I'll just put a lineup in, and then I'll change it up on Saturday, like before when I know all the news. Then I'll do it, and then I'll switch it up Sunday, like here and there, like just dollar options here and there. So I only have one other guy, and that's Kyle Rudolph. He's $4,300 versus the Raiders. I think that he's a sneaky little, pick, kind of like Troutman. Evan Ingram's been underproducing, but every time you kind of see, Kyle Rudolph coming out and doing better. So I like him too. Defenses, I didn't write down the prices, but they were way lower than what you should, for the top options. Guys like teams like Carolina going against New England, rookie quarterback. I don't hate the option. They're a good team, a good defense. So I liked the option there. Cowboys are another good option. They're playing, kind of a beat up team, and I like it. For some reason, I have an odd feeling about it. Chargers, same concept. Who they play? They're playing the Eagles. Teams have been doing okay against Jalen Hurts, except for the Detroit Lions. So good defenses do well good defense has been doing well against Jalen. So they kind of force him to run it and less throwing and less touchdowns. So for me, I like the Chargers, and I also like the Giants. Honestly, the defenses looked a lot better. They've been keeping teams into tight games, less points. You haven't seen, the huge 40-point games as of late. So I feel a little bit more confident with the Giants in a DFS play, not in a season.
I can't wait to see your lineup this week because both of us can't go with our usual Stafford Cup stack. So I'm very interested.
God. I've been dude.
You and I have had the same core. Like it's so either you win because of your other guys or I win because of my other guys, but we have like that same core every week, like the same.
But have you noticed what I normally do? I normally do like I'll do Cup and Henry, and I'll just mold it around that. I don't care if I don't have Stafford in.
I avoided Henry on his injury week, and that's why I beat. No, you still ended up winning. No, I think that was the week I won when
I got
Henry
third.
Got hurt. Yeah.
My brother got first. I got third. And
your brother killed it that week.
Yeah,
I think I got fourth.
My brother, I'm telling you, brother, my brother knows his thing, man. My brother's smart, and he's in fourth in one of my leagues. His dynasty team is still trying to catch up, but he knows his stuff. I definitely one of these days I want to have him on here. He's a he's a fun guy to talk to about it. He loves football. He's all on board about this stuff. So
Yeah. I love
one of
watching
these days.
our teams just battle all
Oh, for
afternoon
sure.
on the
Yeah.
daily. It's
It's a
so
good
fun.
group of guys, man. They all know their
Yeah,
stuff.
it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. So, since you have your lineup set, do you want to hear how I'm building mine? Can you do that without letting me get into your head and try to take advantage, or are you gonna
You do you,
you
man. It
gonna
ain't gonna
tinker it?
change.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not. I'm making other lineups. Like I make
Oh,
like
okay.
10 different lineups for like 20
I literally
cents.
go with one lineup. I'm the one
No.
lineup guy. I'm like, once I have it dialed in on a specific platform, then I enter that same lineup in all my contests. It may not
Oh
be the
no.
right thing, and again, full disclaimer, I'm not like a DFS guy. That's not what
The
the
group.
show is about.
No, I'm not either.
Believe me, we're
I'm
not
just
a
finding you
gambling.
options.
Yeah, we're just finding options for you. So again, just full disclosure there. I
Yeah.
don't do those calculations and know about these
Oh yeah, I have
contrarian
no
plays and all
algorithm.
this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like that.
There's no rhyme or
Um,
reason for my picks.
yeah, we're just so you guys know, we're coming at it just like you guys from a stand. There's other
Regular
shows out there.
Joes.
Yeah, there's other shows out there where they, if you want to, be
Oh, they
putting some
break it
serious
down
money on
and
it. Yeah.
yeah.
So again, just full disclosure there on that, guys. But I think I'm feeling a Lamar,
Andrews.
Andrews
Yeah, I have a I
stack.
have
So
I have a lineup that I played Lamar and Andrews. So I'm actually gonna look at that one so tell me what you're doing. It's all good. I'm all set. I'm not changing my team. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's gonna be
well,
no changes to my team.
all right. Well, you want to? I guess we can do it right here since we only have a
Yeah,
few
do it.
minutes left here.
I got about
Let me
15.
yeah, let me do a, share screen and I'll actually show you how I kind of build my
Well, no.
oh, you
Don't
don't want me
share
to
it.
do that?
Well,
Oh, okay.
you always get mad at me if I share something that isn't on our particular list of things like
Oh,
FanDuel.
no. No, we can't do that. We have that
I
okay
know.
from FanDuel already, so or from
Wait, what?
Underdog. We're
Oh,
not with FanDuel. Yeah, with
that's
Underdog.
my point.
It's not a like we're okay to do that. It's not a
Oh, we
conflict
are?
of interest. Yeah. So we
Oh,
can
I didn't know
talk and
that.
speak
Okay,
about
cool.
other platforms. Yeah, it's in our contract. So we're
Oh,
good.
I didn't know that. Very
Yeah,
cool. So
it's
then,
okay.
yeah, pull
Yeah.
it up. Go for it.
All right,
I
cool.
did that a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Oh, wait, no," and I took it off. I
Yeah,
was like,
no,
"Oh
good
no."
stuff. I appreciate Aaron on the side of caution, but as you know,
Yeah.
it won't phase us. We've been in YouTube jail before. It's all
Oh
good.
my god.
But I appreciate you, making
Yeah,
sure.
I'm always thinking that way. I gotta do it.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I think I shared the wrong one.
I'm
Stop
rolling
this.
up for Mike. What are you rolling with, Frank? Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, use some of those guys. They look good today. My biggest one today, the one that I'm really focused on is Christian Kirk. I'm using him in a real league and things like that. I have big hopes for him today. So he's my guy, and Hunter Renfro, another guy. I hate him facing the Giants, but it is what it is. So wait, I want to see.
I think we're getting it here.
Yeah, you got to take it off the. Hold on. Do you want me to do it?
Got you.
There you
All
go.
right. So we're there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So as
Well,
I
I
was
can't
telling
see
you.
it, but
Oh, okay.
no, it's okay.
Well,
I'll bring it up. I made it
yeah.
bigger. We're good.
Oh,
We're
okay,
good now.
cool. For all the people out there, I usually start just with my defense. Just again to get that out of the way. So I went with Niners defense based on their price, knowing that there's no Kyler, no D Hop. So I find good value there. I then go to my tight end spot. I think we talked about this a few weeks back, like how I build, kind of my team.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
And so I do that, and then so I kind of like that tight end running back stack there. So from here, I take a look at running backs. I kind of like to obviously get a nice workhorse running back in there.
Mhm.
In this case, one of my matchups, I'm probably going to go. I'm kind of feeling Eckler this week.
Okay.
I also like to get guys that I don't have on my other teams. It's another weird thing. It's just,
No.
I'm going to be watching those guys score
Variety.
points anyway.
Yeah.
So I like to just kind of have a different lineup in there. So I don't really have any Eckler shares out there. So I like going with him. Then I like to kind of scroll down and see, what kind of value I can get out of some other, some of these running backs down here. Your Boston Scott, types and things like
Mhm.
that. Devontae
You're gonna do
Booker,
it. I was gonna say you're gonna do it, aren't you?
something like that. So I'm kind of, scrolling down here just to see before it gets to the point where I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
nothing that nothing
I
that I
think
want to
Carlos
touch
Hyde
here.
is that limit right there for me.
Pretty much. And one of the guys I'm kind of interested in hitting there is
Okay.
going to be Gaskin going against Houston.
Okay.
But I'm getting a better price over Gaskin versus Boston Scott against the Chargers.
Hmm.
So I'm going to take a shot there, especially with Brissett playing this week. I think that
Okay.
might be good as my two. So then I come down here. I want to try to get a stud wide receiver.
Okay.
Um, from here, again, this is where I usually throw Cup in there. So it's kind of tough. When you start looking at these guys, do I go Marquise Grant Brown and put the full stack in there? Here, Dak did have a good week last week. So this is where it gets kind of tough. Um, let's see. From here, I'm probably gonna go. Ooh, see, this is where it gets a little
Yeah.
dicey.
Yeah.
So where I see the value here, I think I'm just gonna go Tyreek Hill here against Green
Okay.
Bay. Um, with those, I think he had 12 catches or 10 catches last week and all those
Yeah,
targets.
he did well last week.
If they're gonna
Yeah.
be playing that two-eye safety, I don't think Jair Alexander's
No,
back
he's
yet.
out. I think he's still on IR.
Yeah, so he's still out. So I like that matchup. The only thing, of course, but I think Kansas City's at a point where they're not going to take the gas. They need a convincing win at this point. So I don't think they put the brakes on. I mean, they don't even know how to run the ball if they tried. And I think Hill can get open against the secondary. So I really like him. If I have enough money, I don't really even start paying attention to money yet. I kind of know where on the list I start to go.
Hmm.
I usually try to get at least another stud wide receiver in here.
Well,
And
be careful. You only got 5 grand that you can
oh,
play
see, I
with.
told you I don't even think about money right now yet.
You
I'll
should,
I'll fill in that
because then
other
what
stuff.
what's going to happen is, yeah, do your thing. I'm
You'll
gonna let you.
see.
It's your
You'll
team.
see, you'll
Your
see how
team.
I tinker afterwards.
I already saw
Um,
it. It's all good.
let's see. So I have 3 positions left. I
Flex,
gotta
you have a little more options. I get it.
Yeah, so we'll get more options in here, but I like to get one more kind of pretty much sure thing pretty high in here. God, everything's telling me to go towards this Marquise Brown.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta.
So I think I have to do
Yeah,
it, man.
just stack it.
Just go with the stack there. Um, and then let's see. We'll throw in another wide receiver
Is this the one
here.
you're in with me?
This is just FanDuel. This is actually a
Oh, okay.
$50 buy-in
Damn,
that I'm doing
baller.
here. See? Oh no, it's
104.
$50. No,
No,
it's a
I'm looking at
$50
your balance,
guarantee
brother. I'm looking
with
at
the
your
trade.
balance.
Oh, don't be get your eyes out of my pocket, my guy. It's all good.
Hey man,
I,
I won
I
last
do
week. I won.
I do
I got some
okay.
money in there from the week before. It's all good, brother. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I do okay. I
There you
started
go.
with 50 and we're 9 weeks in,
Nice.
$10 a week
Hey
plus my
man.
other stuff. I'm doing all
Yeah.
right. I'm holding
There you
my own.
go. I like it.
I haven't had to redeposit, so that's always
Me
good.
neither. I like it. That's what I keep trying. That's the
That's the
goal, in my
goal.
opinion.
Yeah.
Do
Start with
not
50
read. Yeah.
bucks, yeah, and try to make it through the whole year with that. So that's that. Let's see
Okay.
here. We're almost coming up on time here, so we got
Yes,
less than
sir.
7 minutes here to get these
Yeah,
last
this
two
isn't like
guys picked.
Friday.
Exactly. So I have to start coming down here. Where does it start telling me about how much I have left per
It's right
position?
there,
Oh, here we go.
49
So about
average. Yeah.
49. So I want to try to start to get down in there and see about who we
The
have.
nitty gritty.
Ooh, I think I might try this. Tajay
Don't do
Sharp.
it.
No,
Don't do
I
it.
can't do that. Ayuk is down
I
here.
would do I would do
Bateman.
I would do Bateman before I did that, but
No,
that's just
I
me.
wouldn't go with the full. Ooh,
Oh,
this
yeah, I keep
Donovan
forgetting you
Peoples.
already.
Yeah, this Donovan Peoples Jones
Ooh,
looks
I like that
okay.
one, actually. I just picked him. Jabril
Um,
Davis isn't a bad option either.
I love how you say his name.
Yeah,
Um, John Ross is an
Gabriel.
interesting play down here. Um, ooh, Terrace Marshall.
I like him too, but it's a little it's
That
a little cheap.
No, it is, but that's where I'm at though with these last two spots, and this is what
I might go Zay.
there's a Jones down here. What else do we got? It's getting brutal down
Nothing.
here.
No, you're
All
good.
right,
Zay
so
Jones is your
see in that case, this is what I do from there. Then, so I would go here if I know
Oh,
I
you still
can't.
have 2 wide receivers. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so let me go right here, and I'm gonna have to drop down more in this area. So this is where we're talking. Manny Sanders
I'm
might be a good
I'm
option
doing him.
here, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty much
Or T.
either
Higgins.
him or Kirk. I can actually save $200 and go Kirk here.
I'm doing Kirk everywhere.
Yeah, I think. Oh, and then we got Waddle down here as well.
I lost you, Mike.
I already
Oh,
have
there you are.
Gaskin. All right, we're gonna go. Let's go. What do you guys think? Do we even have
I like
anybody
Sanders.
watching us at this point anymore? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go Sanders as well. I was already talking about it. He was already kind of a guy I wanted to try to work in if I could. Kind of like
So what
him
do you
so
got?
far a
You
little
got
bit. So
$5,000 per
now,
person.
now that opens me up just a little more. Let's see what we can throw in here for a flex, and then that might help me figure out what we can do for my
So you
last
got
one.
$5,000 roughly.
55.
Like I would keep it more at like 5 because then you gotta you might
Yeah,
have to
between
spend
the
up.
two spots, yeah. I'm gonna have to go cheap on one and then on the other. So let's see who we got. I might try to stick.
Kenny Galladay is not a bad option as like
Will
a
not
maybe.
happen.
I know.
Will not happen. Chase Edmonds is a little interesting to me there.
Against your Niners.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't want to do it.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might go Javonte there.
Yeah.
Devonta Smith actually.
No.
I wish they could
Chargers
do.
are better against. Yeah.
There we go. I think we already talked about that. Let's get
you're gonna grab Tony.
Tony in there, and then
put Henry Ruggs in.
Henry Ruggs.
I'm kidding. Let's
not.
I want a 0.
Too soon.
Wrong. This is the wrong league.
Yeah, this isn't yours. This isn't yours.
Damn.
All right, so now I have 5,300 to fill in this last spot.
Right there.
Oh, it pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
It decided it for you.
It really did. It's either going to be him or Agnew. Actually, I just want to kind of see, but I think it pretty much told
not
me
even worth
exactly.
it. Nope.
To me, when it works out perfect like that, that's when we know. So that's how I build my team, guys. So that's what I do. Nice. That's how I go through.
You want to hear what I got with a good old Lamar Jackson one?
Go ahead. Yeah, what's your Lamar Jackson team?
I got Lamar Jackson with I stacked him with Andrews. Then I did Zack Moss with Jacoby with Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
Then I did Jalen Waddle with Emmanuel Sanders and Christian Kirk with Waller as a flex and Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, you went 12.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very nice.
That's just one of my random ones.
Kind of a similar build, yeah. Not too different. But yeah, I'm kind of liking this team right here. Obviously, Gaskin. Right? A lot has to do with Gaskin, and if I can hit on more, I like that Tooney. I don't know. This team just kind of fell together very nicely. I kind of like this. The best part about it is these aren't really guys I have too many shares of. I mean, I own Andrews and Hill in our listener leagues, but otherwise, and I am playing San Francisco defense in 2 of my leagues. But for the most part, these are guys I don't have any other shares of, and I have Gaskin as well too, actually. So maybe I need to switch out Gaskin. Maybe I don't know. I like that.
Gaskin's the only one. Gaskin's the only one that I would possibly switch out, and it's only because I'm just very nervous about his usage. Like it all signs.
If they just give him the ball, yeah, I'm like that's just the problem though. Is they just gotta give him the ball.
Well, Ahmed he looks better when he's running, but I like the way that they use him if they can. Oh, I hate that you have to do that.
Yeah, it's weird. I usually this is literally the first time I've ever done this on the computer, which is why I didn't know
on the computer and it sucks.
Yeah, which is why I didn't know where like my pricing and stuff.
I would go
seeing it on there.
It's either
I could either go Moss or Edmonds there.
I would go either Zack Moss or Boston Scott. Just the better matchups.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Jordan Howard's playing. They didn't say if he's playing or not.
It's going to kill me, though, if Gaskin goes off and I had him in there.
Oh, for sure. It's a dart throw, bro.
Yeah, are they going to give him the ball, though? He usually... Tyrod's back, though. Everything's telling me to go towards Edmonds, plus I'm going to be watching that game.
I'd do it. I like Chase Edmonds, honestly.
Or I can just go Javonte.
Yeah, you're paying down more than you need to.
Yeah. But then I can
stay in the
maybe
same realm.
but then
But
I'm
then you
thinking
got to
maybe I can
upgrade.
bump up somewhere
Yeah.
else or something like that, but I don't know.
I think you like the better. I think you like what you had. So stay around where you
Yeah,
were.
yeah. Because it's either Gaskin or Connor.
Connor's
I'm
the
not really
touchdown upside.
I'm not really feeling Zack Moss though, that's why.
Hmm,
I'm
It
just
is what it is.
I'm not feeling it, and plus it would turn into your team. We're gonna roll. Oops, not with Drake. We're not rolling with Drake. We're gonna go with Gaskin. I'm just gonna leave him in there. Go with your gut.
Okay. Go with
All
your
right.
gut. I like it.
So
All right.
there it is. All right. Well, and that should bring us right here to the end. We'll make
Yes,
sure we
sir.
save that. We're good to go, and then I'll work on a lineup for our league, so that it's not exposed. But I like just kind of doing that. So there we go. So here we go. Dim Boy said he'd go Kirk. I don't know if I went Kirk. I
No,
think I
you
went
went
more instead. Sorry, Dim
Maria.
Boys. I'll get him in the next one. Let's see. Neanderthal said he was still watching. J Media, what's up, dude? He says, I'm effing doomed. James Robinson out. Here comes David Johnson to my flex. Ooh, yeah, you
Ooh.
are doomed. Are we feeling good about this with Deirness as one of my RBs?
Oh, sorry, brother.
Yeah, if those are the two you're starting, bro. It's just one of those weeks, man. Hope he scores a touchdown and go from there, dude. We're with you. Let us know if there's anybody else out there on the wire, man, that you might be able to start. Maybe you can pull off a last minute trade, make something happen. But if not, it's only one. It's only one game. We have 17 of them. If you're lucky,
Yeah. No, Peterson will
so
get 15 touches, but they're not going to be value touches. He's facing one of the toughest defense against the run.
yeah. No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not saying the
Sorry.
volume's not going to be there. I think I've literally said
Yeah.
I project anywhere from 12 to 18 touches, and depending on
Yeah.
those touches, he can have anywhere from 36 to 46 to 79 yards. I just don't think it'll be very efficient. In his first game back going up against that defense. So again, if he scores a touchdown, it's going to be a good start. If he doesn't, you just have to be okay with 6 or 7 points.
Yeah, for sure.
Is what it is. All right. Well, there we are. Appreciate everybody here that's watching. Can't thank you guys enough. Mike, is there anything else you want to get to here before we get out? I know you're heading over, I think,
No,
to the
I'm out
Pop's
of here.
house to go watch.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Going to my pops, seeing my little nephew. I'm happy.
There it is, man. All right. Well, from all of us here at Get Right, man, for myself, for Mike, for Dustin, for Frank, who couldn't make it here, from everybody else out here, all the ambassadors, thank you guys all for what you do. Everything we do during the week all leads up to this moment here happening in the next 30 minutes. So good luck to everybody there. Obviously, we hope all of our insights and everything help you make your right decisions. Set your lineups. We give you all the information, all the angles that we could think of. So other than that, man, just set it, start your studs. Don't try to get too cute. And whatever you do, just live with your results, man.
Yep.
Trust your process and live with your results. So we're all here with you again, unless you're playing me. And other than that, man, unless there's anything else you have, man.
No, I'm good, brother.
Classic,
Good luck. Good luck
we're
in
out.
week 9, and we're out of here.
We're out.